Obviously, I'm Jan.
Mm-hmm.
31,
Yes.
mom to Lil Yard,
Little
or Mac,
yard.
yeah, who is 6, going on 7. Um, we live, of course, over in the U.S., over in Missouri. It's storming. Sorry if I keep blinking. Um, I don't know.
I mean, you have eyes, so. Mm.
I have eyes.
Yes, you're blinking.
Oh yeah. I was like, what? Bro, it's too early. Go-go juice not kick in yet.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. I was being a little
It's so
pedantic.
early. Um, I have 10 or 11 tattoos. I don't know. I lose count.
Mm, very nice.
Um, 2 piercings
Mm.
outside of my ears. About to be 3. Uh, um, I started doing streaming
Yeah.
with
So
Facebook.
with Facebook. So
Yeah, I
what?
started
So before
doing
before we get
Facebook
into
streaming.
that, what actually inspired you to start streaming, even if it was on Facebook or other platforms?
My sister can attest to this. When I was a lot younger,
Yeah.
I used to love pretending I had my own like cooking show. And yeah, whenever
That's
someone was
amazing.
whenever somebody had a camera around, I was like, "Hello and welcome to my kitchen, which is not my kitchen, it is my parents' kitchen." And the only one that we had saved for the longest time before my parents' house burned down was a tape of my dad sneaking up behind me, and I was making a cheese platter plate. Like, I wasn't supposed to. My mom's like, "Can you cut the cheese up because we're making hot dogs and potatoes?" And I
Yeah.
had to cut up a bunch of cheese for her to put it in the pot. And I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like arranging it all pretty. And I was like, "Oh, yes. And you've got all this cheese over here. And you got some of this cheese over here. And you can just garnish it with a little." My mom's like, "Jeanette Marie." And I turn around and there's my dad. And I'm like, "Son of a bitch."
So very
I was,
charismatic from a young age, then.
yes.
Okay. So yeah, no, you were saying you started on Facebook. Is there any
I
specific
did
reason
start
to
on
that?
Facebook. I was in a makeup group. And I
Ooh.
did a lot of makeup looks.
Yeah.
Um, because when me and my dad, when I was in high school, my dad took us to a lot of football games, and he always painted his face. And I was like the one to help him
Mm.
paint his face because he couldn't do certain things. And so he made me do it. And I always had to use real makeup or acrylic paint. Um, I don't know. It just kind of stemmed from there, and it kind of,
Carried on and just
yeah, to the
it
point where,
sprouted into something else. Yeah.
like, I enjoy face paints and whatnot, but
Mm.
I like to show that makeup isn't there just to make you pretty. It can make you really ugly too. And
Mm.
when I was preteens with my cousins, we were trying to play with makeup, and I was over here like making myself look bruised. I'm like, "Oh God, they beat me up for my makeup." And my sister was really big into doing fancy makeup, and I'm over here making myself look like a cat with makeup. So that was kind of the whole thing. Was I was in this makeup group, and I was trying to learn how to make myself look like an actual female, not like a Tennessee Titans football fan or whatever. Um, and then they had this challenge where the owner of the group drew names and then Disney characters, and you had to like do makeup inspired looks for them. And I
Oh.
got, what was that stupid, I got the Black Panther from Jungle Book. And
Oh God.
I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to do a nice looking makeup look? And I did like a huge black wing, and then at that point I was like, I want a redo on my makeup look, and they were like, okay, do whatever you want. And so I went live, and I'm like, I'm making myself look like a full-on Black Panther, and I did all the make, and everyone's like, oh my god, you look so cool, and I'm like, this is what I'm used to.
This is the attention I seek.
This is what I do with makeup. I don't do real shit. I do stupid shit.
Random but nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your preferred type? Like, of course, you've got the separation between gaming and cooking. What do you prefer to stream? Is my question. As someone who does both, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the cooking aspect or do you prefer the gaming?
I don't know. They're kind of equal, but I think I want to say cooking is a little bit more because it involves the entire family. Because my name is VineyardTrio because there's 3 of us vineyards. And I feel like the cooking, you see me and my husband often, and then every once in a while you'll see the little one come in.
And the cat.
Oh, and of course the cat. She's always there. She's the real star.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But I want to say I think cooking is a little bit better or more of my favorite because it's not always the same. Like with games, I always feel like I have to find a new game to stream every time I stream because it's like, oh, you saw me play this game last night. Do you really want to see me keep playing the same game? Except for when it was Halloween, that was different. Those were all spooky, scare Jan games. And I kind of want to do more of those, but who wants to watch somebody get scared at Christmas?
I mean, December, it's the spookiest month of them all.
Yes. I also don't like Christmas, so
Okay.
that's a personal preference.
Yeah. I guess a good question is there anyone that you look up to as a streamer or content creator as a model? There's Little Yard.
There's Little Yard.
Just zooming in. Hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
But like, do you look up to anyone as a streamer or content creator in any fashion? Just like, I like what they do. I'm gonna take inspiration from that, and maybe that's what I want to become.
I feel like there's quite a few of them. Like for the cooking aspect, there's and they're all part of our team Bone In. There's Tabatai Cooking. He does a lot of great stuff. And Jason Sipe, what we call him Sipe. Sipe, the Sipe fam. Those are the 2 big ones that I like fangirl over.
Yeah.
And I enjoy. And then I like to say Jerry, but we kind of started streaming almost simultaneously. I think I'm like a month and a half after him.
Yeah.
I don't know, with games, the big Twitch person that I watched for a long time, well, 2. There's Lily.
There's the cat.
Was March and Bella de Jour. And they were both doing Heroes of the Storm. That that was the game we were really obsessed with at the time.
Yeah.
So I like really watched them, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad.
Yeah.
And I think on Facebook it was Trade Chat, and it was her and her husband playing WoW, and I was like, yeah, bro, I need to do this because me and my husband are fucking hilarious, and people need to see that. Well, come on. You gonna come up here? Or are you just gonna keep yelling at me? Alright, cool. Keep yelling at me.
Yep. Lily voicing her opinion as always.
Yep. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
She wants to get behind me. Don't dig at my butt. Just sit down. Stop digging at my butt. Will you knock it off?
You got a fat ass.
She's like, I gotta get comfortable. I need to dig at your rear end. There she goes. She's slowly pushing me out of my own chair.
Fantastic.
Scooch. There we go.
Okay.
There,
So,
she's got plenty of room.
what's your eventual goal with your channel? Is there at some point like what do you want to be doing in say like half a year's time with your channel? Is there like an evolution you want to go through, something you'd like to do more, or something you're planning on doing?
So we're gonna upgrade my computer, and so we're gonna do more games that are visually better, because I struggled with doing the Beast Inside,
Yeah.
and it really bothered me that it was just not a very good stream. So I think the plan for both of us is just, I don't want to say the same thing, but basically the same thing we're doing now, but better.
Yeah.
Because we really enjoy cooking and I really enjoy playing games. And I think in a year and a half, I just want to grow the community more. Because I don't know. It's just, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And I like meeting new people, and I would love to find and meet more people that are local, and meet up and have them like host them on my channel, like in person, have them
Yeah,
come and
yeah.
try to cook with me, even if they're a gamer. Like how we have Jerry come over all the time. Speaking
Yeah,
of, he's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
over later, so
Oh,
he's gonna
hell
help me
yeah.
make pot pie. But I really enjoy having like Jerry come over, and I would love to find more people that are local or willing to come out and cook on the channel with me. Lily, stop biting me. That's freaking rude. She's purring up a storm, and then she's like, nom nom hand. I think Jason Sipe and his wife, Miss Tapcat, they have, her sister lives out here in St. Louis, and they have plans to stop. Oop, she heard Dad get up. There's husbando.
Husbando!
He's kicking her ass out. But Jason Sipe and his wife, Miss Tapcat, they are going to be eventually coming to St. Louis, and me, him, Jerry, his wife, all of them,
Yeah.
all of us are getting together, and
That's
we're going to
gonna
meet up.
be one hell of a big stream.
Yeah, and I think it would be really awesome to have everybody over and just have one long, just casual cooking / card game or something, just do something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's something that I would love to be able to do
all
more of that.
The theatrics.
Yeah, I would love to do more of that. So like in a year and a half, that's kind of the big thing.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds like fun.
No, that's a decent goal. That's a hell of a good answer. I couldn't have asked for anything better. So for you, as a streamer or content creator, when have you decided? Okay, I've made it. I've done it. That's like I'm gonna continue on, but like I've attained my goal. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm done. Like that's you've reached your goal. You're at the end of what you wanted initially, and from there it's just all extra.
Probably when I hit affiliate and got Cryptic Vulpix as one of my moderators. Like I love having Jerry as a mod, but since he streams on himself, he's not always around. And then Rachel or Cryptic, she does stream herself occasionally, but she likes being my mod, and and
she likes watching streams and drinking a lot of wine and getting absolutely destroyed in our chats. I know.
Yes. So, and I mean, I feel like she was the cake topper. Like hitting affiliate was my goal, and I hit that fairly quickly. But when she agreed to be my mod, and she's done an excellent job being my mod, that was the cake topper. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is all I could have asked for. Like, this is the best. And everything else, like all of the followers and all of the subs and everything else is just, it's extra. That's the benefit or the bonus.
Yeah. Okay.
Because obviously we like to give back because we do a giveaway. So I guess I can scoot back now in my chair.
Yeah. No, so that's the actual first it only took 3 interviews, but that's the first person that's actually said, already done it. Like, I've already made it. I'm where I'm at. I where I want to be.
No. Yep.
So that's fair play to
It's
you.
only up from here.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of hand gesture I just did, but whatever.
Moving on. Speaking of your future, what are your plans for that? What's the next step for your channel? It's sort of like, what's your eventual goal, but what's the next step as your channel? Do you want to start making like other content on different platforms, like branching out from just Twitch, or sticking to Twitch and like building off of that?
I enjoy Twitch too much. I think I would prefer to stick with Twitch, because I did the Facebook thing and that was nice. I have considered doing it on Facebook as well as with Twitch, only because of certain family and friends that stick to Facebook. But I'm like, I just enjoy Twitch too much. I don't think I could do that. I don't feel it necessary that if my family really wanted to support me, then they would come to Twitch.
Yeah. See, that's where I sort of differentiate myself, because yours is a lot more family oriented than mine. Like, you involve like the other two. Like, Husbando is on the cooking streams. He's part of those streams. He is like an added feature. He's a bonus feature. He's a he's like the little shiny Easter egg in the corner.
He is.
But whereas me, it's just like, it's my channel. I'm here. My family knows. Like, part of my family knows I stream, but obviously because I'm fucking loud, like, there's no hiding the fact that I stream. But they don't know where I'm at, what I'm doing, or what kind of content I'm making. And that's something I don't like. Eventually, I might divulge to them, but it's not content that would be sort of geared towards them, because that's not the kind of person they are. Like, I've got my brother that also games, and sometimes, occasionally, on the rare occasion, he will stream. And he also plays games with me whilst I'm on stream. But apart from my brother, no one else in my family would be, like, interested in that sort of thing. So I just try and keep it, like, there's a line to be drawn.
Makes sense. Yeah. If you're ever in my channel and you see DJanino1, that's my mother-in-law. Yeah. And then Curvously Jen is my sister. See, I'm Jan, she's Jen, so...
I remember when she came in and dropped something off and then went off, and like in the chat she was still there. I remember. Yeah. I was there.
Yep. Every once in a while she'll come over, but she won't get on camera, but you'll hear her talk. 'Cause she's our neighbor, so.
Fair enough. Speaking of, so usually I'd ask, what game are you most excited for that's coming out in the next like year? But I'm gonna twist that and say, what game are you most excited for that's coming out in the next year, or has come out in the last like half a year? Like, backwards half a year, forwards a year. But also, do you have a cooking stream that you're very looking forward to, that you've got planned, or... Right,
as far as games go, because of my computer itself, it struggles with running games, so I've not been so invested in looking at new games. And I think the one that I was the most excited for was probably the new Borderlands game, which he has on his computer because his computer can run it. And I don't know, I think when we update my computer, I might try to get it for my computer and play it. Because I enjoyed the Borderlands games. You can't... Here, let me move my green screen. Oh, move Lily's bed. There. But we have all these nerdy things, and I've got Psycho and Claptrap up there. Yeah, we're hella nerds.
Hell
and this globe thing is supposed to have a zombie hand in it that I made for Husbando when we got married. But Lily broke it, and I have
Yeah.
to put it back together. I got to fix it, and I'm kind of, ouch, scared too. Ouch, I keep hitting my desk.
Right.
But yeah, we heckin' nerds.
Yeah. Speaking of you and husbando, a bit of off the cuff question, because obviously, as I've mentioned like 5 times before, it's not
Mm-hmm.
just you. It's just not. It's your channel, but it's not just you on that channel.
Right.
How did you and husbando meet? Or Danny, whatever.
Um, this is gonna be a long-winded one, so I hope you're ready. Strap in. So I was still living in Tennessee, where I grew
Yeah.
up, and playing World of Warcraft religiously. I was in a really shit-ass marriage to my first husband. So there's another tidbit. Yes, I have been married before. I got married 1 month out of high school to high school sweetheart, and that didn't work out. And I met Danny through another person that was in my guild on WoW,
Oh,
which, come to find out, they were
the
best
gamer,
friends.
the gamer love story.
Yes. So I played with him occasionally on WoW, but I was more interested in his friend, and
Oh.
I went back and forth between Tennessee and Missouri, dated this other guy, and the first time I actually physically met my husband now, he hated my guts because I was still legally married to my ex-husband. So he immediately judged a book without actually getting to read it.
Opening the pages, yeah.
Yeah. So he absolutely hated me, and I hated him for hating me and not getting to know me, because he was pretty pissed at the fact that I was dating his then best friend while still legally married.
Which to be fair to him, that is understandable.
Well, I wasn't even with my ex-husband. We were already separated and starting to go through stages of divorce.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
But you can understand how that looks from an outsider's perspective that doesn't know you that well.
Right. And I just was pissed. I'm like, look, you should get to at least know me.
Yeah.
You know, before you make this assessment. Like, you don't even know the whole story. And I think I was with my ex-boyfriend for almost a year, and he ended up sleeping, this one, ended up sleeping with a married woman with 2 kids. And she left her wedding ring at his apartment, and I went over to his apartment because we were trying to be friends, but on the down low, because we didn't want everybody to know that we were trying to be getting along at least. And I basically tore him a new asshole. I'm like, look, you judged me when I was going through divorce. This woman is married, has no intentions for divorce, has 2 kids. Like, you done fucked up, boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I ripped him a new asshole, and at that point, we were both like, you know what? Fresh start.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. And all 3 of us were working at the same company, and we started like messaging each other through the work IM. Like, hey, good morning, how's your day? You know, and we honestly became really quick friends. And
like, honestly,
then I realized I
fair
kind of
play
started
to
to
fair play to you both, because not a lot of people actually find it that easy to just even though some people say let's have a fresh start, let's start anew, a lot of people find it really hard to actually hit that reset button, start over, stop any like previous like drama or skewed views of each other, and to that I tip my hat quite literally to you both, because that is actually something people struggle with.
I think it kind of helped that we both kind of were physically attracted to each other. So we were like, let's have a fresh start. Let's kind of be friendly. Let's stop beating our meats to each other in private and in public hate each other. So, yeah, we ended up becoming friends. And then while we were working together, I was I realized I started to get a lot of feelings for him,
Yeah.
even though I was dating his then best friend. But things were rough. Things were really rocky with me and my ex-boyfriend. So I would like flaunt my shit. I would go to work wearing these little low-cut shirts or sticking my ass in his face because him and his friend sat next to each other, and I would like go to my then boyfriend's desk and be like, "Hey, so you want to get lunch?" My ass all in Danny's face, and yeah, I did a lot of provoking. But everybody still thought we absolutely hated each other's guts, and it was, oh my god, I think it was like Halloween that year, and he was like, "Oh, what are you dressing up as?" Because he knows I used to dress up. Well, I still do, but dress up and hand candy out to kids, and I was supposed to be like,
mage.
yeah, right. I was a very slutty Little Red Riding Hood. But the way I did my hair, and if I wasn't wearing the little red cape, I looked like a beer maiden, because my pachungas were like the, and it was the top was super. I'm like, I look like I need to be handing out beer steins instead. Like, what the fuck?
Someone needs to be paying me for this.
Right. Like, I'm getting all these kids, and they're like, "Thank you for the candy." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. What's your deal?" And then I would look down and be like, "Oh, yeah, the girls are like, hey." And I'd send him some pictures, and I was like, "Yeah, this is what I look like." And he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest with you." And he had been drinking liquid courage. And he's like, "I'm going to be honest with you. You look real banging and blah, 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 long story short." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "I just want to let you know I'm really attracted to you. I've got feelings for you." And I'm like, "I'm going to be honest with you. I've got feelings for you too." We exchanged our mutual feelings for each other. And I'm like, "Yeah, things are pretty shitty with the boyfriend and all this other stuff." And I'm like, "I'm going to break up with him." And I did. And the same night that I broke up with him, I went over to his apartment and stayed the night. And yet naughty things didn't happen. We actually laid on his bed and talked the entire night. And it was really, really nice. Like, I don't know. It was good.
Yeah.
It felt like a real connection. And
it felt like one of those, what most people would consider cheesy, romantic moments. Yeah.
It was so
it was
cheesy
like
romantic.
the ones from the film, but in real life. And like,
right.
Some people might judge you for like making that rash decision, but I think sometimes it's better to be done that way, because sometimes the most rash decision, not always, but sometimes, can lead to just better things.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
And you are currently living proof of that.
Yeah, so we'll just say 48 hours after breaking up with the boyfriend at the time, things went back over to his apartment, and we did some serious talking, long serious talking, after some drinking.
Of course.
And another one of our friends went over to his apartment the next day while I was at work, and he went to throw something away in the trash and noticed that there was a bottle of wine in the trash. And out of everyone that like hung out with each other, I was the only one that was a wine drinker.
Oh, that's a dead giveaway.
He went straight up to Danny and he's like, "You fucked Jeanette, didn't you?" Danny's like,
No. What are you on about?
Why would you say that? He's like, "Dude, there's a whole bottle of wine in there, and there's only one person that we know that drinks wine." He's like, "Yes, I did."
Fuck, I got found out.
Right.
This man's Sherlock Holmes.
Hey. But yeah, I mean, and after that, we were basically inseparable for 2 weeks. I was always at his apartment, and I had some shit happen with my family, so I had to move back to Tennessee. His mom sat us down, I think 2 nights before I was supposed to leave and move back. And she's like, look, this long distance shit doesn't work out. You guys should just agree to see other people and blah, 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 blah. And we're like, no, we're going to try to make it work. And I lived with my parents back in Tennessee from the end of November until April. And I moved right the fuck back. And I moved back in with him, and we've been together ever since.
How long has it been now?
11 years.
Damn.
Too long. No.
That's mighty impressive, may I say.
Yep.
Like, fair play to you both.
We've been together for 11 years, married for 8.
Might not have had the best start, but you sure have something great going.
Not the best start as far as hating each other, but, you know, it makes for a damn good story.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
So, I think that wraps up the most of my questions. If anyone wants to ask anything in chat, go ahead. But for now, we're going to stick to some from Discord. Yeah, that's my bell. Don't worry about it. Someone's at the door. Fuck them. But basically, we're going to stick to some Discord, some questions from Discord. If you want to ask anything from chat, go ahead. Do that now, and we'll get to you afterwards. I might actually have to go out.
Door.
Yeah, so I'll go do that, and then we'll start with some questions.
They're insistent. They need to discuss whatever.
The other person in the house is getting it, so I am fine.
I'm glad they waited for the second ding.
I literally just opened the door and he's coming out of his room going, I got it. Okay.
Alright, it's all you, my dude.
Yeah. So, the face of Bo asked, tell us about yarn.
Oh, which one?
That's what you asked. So, I'm going to rephrase that and tell us about your chunky blankets.
My chunky blankets.
Yeah.
I make them. Oh, yarn. I thought he said yard. Oh my god.
Oh, no. Yarn.
Yarn.
So, I'm sorry. Is my British too English for you?
Oh god, I don't understand English. Can you speak in sarcasm? I don't know. Yarn is yarn. I don't fucking know.
Fair
I just
play.
use the shit. I just buy the shit and use the shit. I'm not one of those.
That's what he asked. So
I know.
He also asked, tell us about your favorite thing to cook and also why.
My favorite thing to cook and why. My favorite thing to cook is food, and why? Because chunky hoe gotta eat. I don't really necessarily have a favorite thing to cook. The first thing I learned to cook was French toast.
Is there a favorite thing you like to eat?
Food.
Just food.
But I do have a least favorite thing.
Is that edible food though?
Yes, edible food. My least favorite is clam chowder.
Never tasted that, so I can't put in on that.
I'm not a fan of clams and mussels.
Isn't that like an overly like American dish as well?
It's very like northeastern on the coast, like Maryland, big deal up there.
Yeah.
I know he likes it, but I will say one of my favorite things to eat is probably chicken gnocchi soup or southern. He just went,
Oh, yes.
Chowder. Either chicken and gnocchi soup or southern chicken and dumplings, which is basically just the southern version of chicken gnocchi, but with flour gnocchi instead of potato gnocchi. Okay. There's Davez. Hey, Davez.
Yes.
Wink.
So, on that note, he also asked, "What is your favorite soup?"
Oh, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that answers that question. What's your favorite TV show and movie?
TV show and movie.
Mm-hmm. If you don't have a specific favorite one, you can always give us like the top 3 or.
Here lately, the obsession's kind of been The 100. That's a damn good show.
The 100. Which one's that?
That's when they send like 100
yes,
young adults
on the spaceship. Yeah.
Yeah.
To see if it's That is a great show. I need to finish watching that at some point. I did start, but never finished it.
We gotta finish watching the last season. Favorite movie? I can tell you right now, 100% Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much Nightmare Before Christmas shit. I mean, I got shit hanging out right next to me. I got a huge tattoo on my side of Nightmare Before Christmas. So
if I can find it, there it is. Ayo. I have a Nightmare Before Christmas ring.
Look at that bad boy.
Yeah, boy. Speaking of, so that's the face of Bo's questions. Davis asked in the Discord, "What's your stream setup?" He asked he asked it like a fucking. It is. Okay, hold on.
There's Rachel.
Cryptic_Vulpix just spawn killed this
my love.
Jan.
Also, the alert box is like way behind, but yeah, it's fine. Like it's not important to otherwise it would be over the webcams and covering both our fabulous faces. But what's your streaming setup?
Cooking, obviously, it's the kitchen. We use slobs for everything. Because I used to use OBS. When I did it on Facebook, I used OBS, and they had done some changes, and it kind of pissed me off because I didn't like the way it was changed.
Yeah.
But this was a couple of years ago, so things may have changed since then.
The best way I can describe it is Stream Elements. As far as OBS goes, Stream Elements have the best version of OBS, and they've done a lot of stuff to make it their own and improve it. Because I switched like a month ago back to Stream Elements because I originally tested it out and thought, well, this shit sucks. But I recently switched from Slobs back to Stream Elements, and I have to say I am happy with the result.
Yeah, a lot of people I know have switched from Slobs to Stream Elements because of the new shit that Slobs has done.
Yeah.
With the recent updates.
They fucked. Everything they had going for themselves, they fucked. Don't get me wrong, there's still a solid option to get started on streaming. It helps you out. It's very, I'll hold your hand if you touch my dick. Yeah. And it's a great outlet, but
yeah, when I first started streaming for Twitch, it was Slobs 100%. I love the way it was set up. It was very user-friendly, and then now it's kind of like, because I'm used to it, it's habitual. You know, it's...
Yeah. It's the same old routine of start it up, make sure everything's okay, hit that go live. It's just the
obviously
familiarity
for gaming,
of it. Yeah.
You got my green screen, and then I got one camera, and then my microphone, which obviously I'm using the headset, but here's my fancy microphone. We use this for cooking too, so.
The one that peaks a lot when you're cooking because you're slightly drunk and a bit
Maybe.
loud.
Maybe.
Right.
But I mean, that's really kind of it.
And that wraps up the Discord questions. So, we're turning to chat. Davis asks, a favourite board game?
Definitely not Monopoly. I am a rage table person with Monopoly. I want to say when him and I first got together, we tried to play Monopoly. I rage quit.
Okay.
Pissed me off too much.
Remind me never to play Monopoly or Uno with you.
I'm not so bad with Uno, but he's.
I don't want no tables flying into my face. Okay.
We play a lot of Phase 10. I mean, it's not really a board game, but I don't know. We don't really play too many board games.
Yes. He also asks, should the US...
Rat Race? I don't even fucking know that game. Like, I can't even think of it. Apparently it's a game we play and I don't even remember.
Should the US go back to the gold standard?
Fuck
knows.
I think we should go back to just trading shit in general. Like, hey, you have wheat, I have corn. Let's trade.
Yeah, fair play. What else? Favorite cocktail, he asks.
Oh, favorite cocktail. Ooh. If I'm looking to get crunk, Long Island.
Oh.
If I'm looking to just enjoy myself...
Me and Otterly love you for that answer because me and Otterly are both big fans of the Long Island.
Dude, if it's made right,
it tastes so good.
It'll fuck you up and you're just like, this is like a really sweet tea! Yeah, whoever invented that, bruh.
Yeah.
You know.
Hats off.
Right. Hardcore. But if I'm just looking to enjoy myself, probably... What is it, a fuzzy navel? What the fuck is it that we were calling Jizzy Fire? Yeah, I think it's a fuzzy navel. It's peach schnapps orange juice.
Jizzy... What?
Oh my god, so before we were together, we were always partying all the time at a friend's apartment, and the one time that I was like drinking, I brought in peach schnapps and orange juice, and I'm making it, and I'm like, I don't even know what this fucking drink is called, but this is like my favorite drink. And somehow another person, the one person in this like group of friends, whenever he would drink, he would somehow get naked. Like 1 minute he's fully clothed and you would do this and you're like having a conversation, you turn around,
there's
always completely naked,
there's
just
always
sitting
one
there
guy,
with his leg, and he's like, hey, what's up? And you're like, how the fuck did you, I didn't even hear you take clothes, what the you're naked. Yeah. And you're like, okay, well, anyway, back to our conversation. Out of nowhere, he started to coin the phrase that I had made a drink called Jizzy Fire. And ever since then, that's what we've always called it. So when I go to a bar or whatever, I'm like, yeah, can I have a...
I need to come to, if I ever make it to America and come visit you, I need to taste a Jizzy Fire.
Do it. I think my second one is probably rum and coke. That's not really a cocktail, but you know. Rachel, yes, be there too.
Actually, good
all the
transition.
Wine.
Cryptic asked opinions on snow. That's a bit of a
opinions on snow? Fuck it. Snow. I hate snow. I grew up in the South. We didn't get a whole lot of snow. they would cancel school the moment they saw a flurry, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's blizzarding! Gotta get the bread and milk! Oh my God, cancel school!" A lot of it also was, uh, where we lived,
Yeah.
very small town.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but dirt roads. Like the
Yeah.
main strip of road was basically the only road. We only had one, what do you call them? Lights that actually changed colors.
Oh,
Whatever.
traffic lights.
Like a traffic signal. Yeah, traffic light. That's the
Yeah.
word. I don't know. I
Yep.
need more coffee. We only had one in the whole town.
Yep.
Everything else was either stop signs or a very slow blinking light. I mean, I grew up in the middle of nowhere. So whenever there was the chance of snow, they were like, fucking the school buses can't take kids home.
Too
Close
dangerous.
school.
Fuck it.
Right.
They don't need no education.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I moved here, and I think the first winter I was here, it was like snow and ice, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen snow in so many years. I want to go outside and play in the shit. And 5 minutes later, I'm like, this shit is cold. I hate it. I don't like it.
It's like from
And then I
0
tried
to
to
100.
drive on it. Yeah. Tried to drive on it, said, fuck this, I'm out.
Fuck this shit. See you later.
Yep.
I'm a dip out.
Yep. So snow. My opinion on snow, fuck snow. No. That is like a curse. Like, when I hear someone say it around me, I'm like, you just said the S word. Don't speak that.
Do not speak of such things.
Right. Bro, what are you doing?
He's
Sneaking
coming
in and out of here.
Yeah, in and out. As our favourite type of booze. So it's like cocktails, but booze this time. Like, just straight booze.
Favorite type of booze.
Alcohol.
Obviously, it's wine. But as far as like hard liquor goes, probably rum.
Okay. Favorite type. So that's rum, and favorite type of wine. Red, white, sweet,
Favorite type of wine,
dry?
probably a sweet rosé,
Okay.
like Moscatos. And...
Yeah.
Ew, winter storm there. Oh. Gross.
Bat. Surprisingly, it hasn't snowed yet here in England. Like last year, it was terrible. Like, actually terrible. Because at the time, I was living in Bristol, and I came back to see the family on Christmas, and the roads were terrible. Like, I can't explain how bad they were. Like, in Bristol, we had, like, maybe that much snow. And here, it was just like... It was insane.
Oof. The year Max was born, we had a really bad snowstorm. And I wasn't due for another 3 weeks. And I had called out of work because I didn't want to drive in the snow, get into a really bad accident, go into early labor. You know, I was like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, we don't want you to sue us. So, no, you don't have to come in. And that night, my water broke. So I was like, well, I'm not coming in anymore for the next few weeks. So. But yeah, I remember. And his birthday's at the end of March. So there was still quite a bit of snow on the ground when he was born.
Yeah.
Which ever since then, every year for his birthday, it's either a beautiful 60, 70 something degrees outside or it's chilly, but there's not been really any
How much is that in Celsius?
I want to say it's like 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there.
That's not too bad.
No.
That's like...
I want to say that's... Yeah.
That's decent. That's like.
I only know that
middle-
because when we go to Mexico, we have to set the thermostat to be
Yeah,
like
boy.
for US. We're
Well,
like
welcome to the rest of the
60s.
world.
Right.
It's 21 degrees. Yeah, no, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's
That's
anywhere
fine.
between 60 and 70, so it's
Yeah.
it's somewhere around there. And I just think it's funny that we go into Mexico and we're like, turn the air conditioner down to 15.
Fuck.
Because we like our bedroom or the hotel room or resort room to be really cold because fuck, you're outside in that massive hot ass sun all day.
Yeah.
That man, the only time you're in the room is to change clothes or go to fucking sleep. So it's got to be cold because you sleeping,
You schlepping.
you schlepping, doing the big slap.
Yeah. The big slap.
Yep.
Any more questions from chat? Anything you would like to know about Vineyard Trio, her content, or herself? Schlepping.
Yeah, what do you want to know? I'm an open book. Sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of. Am I a woman? Yes, I am a woman. I do have a vagina.
What
And
page
babs.
what page are you open on?
What book? Because I got lots of books. Many books.
Favorite Blizzard game?
Oof.
That's a yikes from me.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a touchy subject at the minute, Cryptic.
Forever World of Warcraft. Only because that was the first ever Blizzard series I played was the Warcraft games into World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And that's obviously where I first met my husband. I think out of all of their games, probably Diablo at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to Diablo 4. I've not really played much WoW recently. I've not really played much of anything on Blizzard recently. So.
Actually, no, that's a really good point. I'd like to know your opinions on, like, have you played Overwatch at all?
Yes,
Yes,
I've played
you have.
Overwatch.
What's your opinions on Overwatch 2?
It's just Overwatch the way it was supposed to be to begin with. That's my opinion. When they first were going to release Overwatch, it was supposed to have like all this storyline and all this fancy shit to it, and
A bit like Fortnite.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
kind of just scrapped it, and they were like, "Ah, it's just a first-person shooter," and I'm like, "Okay, what happened?"
Yeah. What
So when I
happens?
saw the shit for Diablo 2, for Overwatch 2, I was like, "Oh, so it's just Overwatch the way it was supposed to be to begin with. Good job, Blizzard. Good job."
Obviously, without getting into any like of the touchy subjects surrounding Blizzard at the moment, that's
Right.
not what we're here for.
Opinions on Diablo Immortal.
Boo!
Lol.
Do you not have phones?
Oh, Blizzard, you dumbasses.
Do you not own phones?
Oh, God.
Fun times. So this month you were doing a giveaway. What was it, and what's next month?
Okay, so for the month of November, we did Thanksgiving-themed giveaway, where it was a turkey hat, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving book, and a Thanksgiving-themed charades game. And Ella ended up being our winner. When we reached our bit goal, we did our Marbles on Stream race, and Ella was the winner. And she said that she was just happy to win. She didn't care for any of the prizes. So she said to pass it on to the next winner, which was Fandros.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got in contact with him, he said that he remembered somebody wanting the turkey gobbler hat pretty bad. And it was a tie between you or Jerry. And Jerry basically begged for it. So when Jerry comes over today, he's gonna get the turkey gobbler hat.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And then
like
Vandross
I
is gonna get the other
I
things.
never asked for it anyway. It was just cryptic, wanting to see me in a turkey hat.
I'm really kind of tempted to order it and just send it to you anyway, because I want to see you in a turkey hat too. This way, next November you'll have a turkey hat.
Fuck.
You'll be like, I'm not American, but I'm gonna show off my support, I guess.
Yeah. No. I hope any American viewers actually had a great Thanksgiving and an awesome Black Friday. Hope you didn't spend too much of your money, Mullah. That's the face of regret up there.
No, we're gonna have one happy tiny human. So
yeah,
that's the whole point for us.
You're streaming later, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna take some of our Thanksgiving leftovers and turn it into a pot pie.
Very nice. And what time is that?
We're gonna do that at noon today instead of 2:00. We usually stream on the weekends, 2:00 for cooking. So. Drink yourself out of alcohol. Oof. How do you do that?
You don't.
Yeah, you don't. Just go get more.
Yeah, go get more.
It's Saturday. Things are open. Go get more.
Yeah. Go now before you run out. Well, actually, no. Cryptic already ran out the other day. That was a sad moment. Alright, have a good time at work. But, yes, so that's at noon for you?
Yes, we're going to do that at noon, so...
In...
3 more hours?
3 hours, yeah. Okay. Well, if there's no more questions from chat, I have asked you everything I wanted to. So I think if there's any more questions, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Banana. Yeah, got any questions for Husbando? I can relay.
Actually,
here,
get him on camera. Yes, Mr. Husbando.
Oh! Turn it too much. There's Husbando. He's playing WoW.
As always.
Welcome to our lovely office. It's very blank like the rest of our house because we want to paint before we hang pictures up. Because
as opposed to me, which has like a half redecorated room with like right here used to be like a massive wardrobe, but there was plugs behind it, so I ripped it out, and like there's still bits of wood sticking out of the wall, and I've just hung up like the flag. I've got a Pantera flag here, Cowboys from Hell, awesome album, a RuneScape map of Gielinor above my PC with a few metal signs as well, as you can see behind me right there. There is an awesome guitar. I got that as a present. It's a like mirror, like there's little shards of glass just stuck on like a black guitar. It's very nice, and it's half redecorated. Nice. As you can see under the Kyrgyzstani flag right here, there's like purple here and then just cream.
Yeah. I always thought it was a shadow, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, that shadow is always so perfect.
Well, you can see it even worse there. There's purple up here and cream down here, and then it's still purple over here.
Oh, now I see it. Now that you're pointing it out, I see it.
The magic of the stream is ruined.
Yes.
No, it's like, it's the way I do stuff. I will inhabit a space and not give a fuck. I will make it my own, and it doesn't matter if it's scuffed or not, it's mine.
Yeah, we keep talking about painting the walls, and then we'll hang up pictures, and we've been here for a year now, and nothing's been painted.
Yeah, I feel that.
The only picture we've hung is in our bedroom, and Yeah, that's fucking it. We have so many plans for the house, but Jesus Christ, that costs money, and our money is going towards other shit that's not for the house. It's more
Yeah.
for stream and the child and
Yeah. And
coffee.
life. And life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so much coffee. So much coffee.
Is there any, before we end it off, is there any words of wisdom you would like to give to other people watching?
And wine, yes, and wine. No.
No? No
I don't
wise
have,
words?
I'm not very wisdom having.
Okay. Fair play to you.
Don't have
And-
kids, it's a trap.
Well, there's her channel. What other social medias can we find you on, Jan?
Obviously, as we had discussed earlier, I have a Twitter,
Yes.
though I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
So if you try to like talk to me on Twitter, good luck. Obviously I have Facebook, but I don't really get on that either. Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have our Discord, which is the only thing that I actually am active on is Discord. I don't, I'm not really a fan of the Twitter, and there's too much drama with family and shit on Facebook, so I'm like, I have them, but I don't really get on them.
Yeah. I can understand that. But
Yeah.
yes, so there is a channel in the chat. Go drop that beautiful motherfucker follow. Makes awesome
God.
content. Not always EU friendly times, but great content.
My bad.
Nevertheless. Awesome cooking streams where
Blame that on the work.
Yeah, as well. But that's dedication, and hats off to you for that. Also some gaming content. Hopefully
Yep.
some more spooky games in December.
I did recently get a game that is like the spooky, not really spooky, but it's the horror version of Stardew Valley, Graveyard Keeper. I started playing it last night, and I was having a good time.
Very nice.
I was really
Well,
enjoying myself.
there's that. So you've got that to look forward to on our channel. And also
Yep.
she'll be live later in about
Yeah.
2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Yep. In about 3 hours, we're gonna be making some pot pie with our leftover turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Akrab knows. Graveyard Keeper. Oh, man, I'm like, I'm just going to open it up and see. I might stream it. I don't know. And next thing I know, it was almost 2 a.m. and I'm like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah. Alright. Well, hope you had a great time. Awesome learning more about you. And again, I can't thank you enough for getting up this early to do this interview with me. Obviously, it's still a bit early for you. So go get some more go juice, and I hope you have a fantastic stream later. And for any of your peeps that missed it and still want to catch you up, this will be uploaded to my YouTube later on, so you can share that at your will.
To the booby tube.
Yes, the boob tube. Anyway, I will see.
I think the only thing, I guess, for future streams, I want to do more. Like, I want to try to interact with my community a little more. That's like the big thing. But I'll be able to do that a little bit more whenever I get my new computer. So.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you've got great plans.
I at least hope so.
Have a great stream later on. Thanks again for joining me. We will see you all
thanks
later.
for having me.
Penis.